Well, guys, we got some issues heading into week 3 because not only are we 0-2 on the season where we haven't made many mistakes on the field, but we just haven't made many big plays either, and we've kind of broken down near the end of some games. But coach is just really upset with us and on the verge of benching us. And if we don't improve things really quickly, then we're probably going to end up finding the bench sooner rather than later, and we definitely do not want that. It is going to be difficult in these next 2 games, though, because we have Oklahoma and then number 1 Georgia. So I don't necessarily foresee us winning these games, but if we can go out there and put up some really good stats and be able to keep it a close game, then maybe we'll actually earn some of that coach trust back and we won't get benched. Because again, we definitely like to stay quarterback 1 for the entire season because we would like to transfer at some point too. And as long as we can get better quicker, then we're going to get to a better place once we end up transferring. But here's what we're going to end up doing, because we do need to end up putting some stuff into academics, but we also need to make sure that our health is all the way up. That's one thing that we really can't bargain with. We really need to make sure our health is at the best in every single game we're at. If it's a bye week, obviously we won't have to worry about it that much. But obviously we have a game this week and it's a pretty big one. So we want to make sure that we're as healthy as possible. Obviously we need to start to work on the academics because we got exams in 5 weeks and we are currently failing. And we do not want to be ineligible because aside from being benched, being ineligible is another way to make sure that we're off the field. Now we do have 5 skill points, and like I said before, we need to get 1 more to be able to up the accuracy, and I think that that's what we're going to end up saving for. And we'll probably potentially do that next week, but we'll see what ends up happening in this. Let's get a little bit more coach trust, and let's see if we can end up stunning Oklahoma. Because even if they aren't ranked, they're still a damn good program, and we definitely need to make sure that we bring our A game for any time we face a program like that. So let's hop into this game. We are on the road, which is going to make it much tougher. They're an 88 overall with a 91 overall defense. This is not going to go well. So, you know, those deep shots that we kind of took in the last game, yeah, we're definitely not going to do that in this one. It's going to be a tough one. If we can even hang in there, I'm going to be happy. And thankfully, we're the ones to get to set the tone in this game. And we need to start off with some kind of score. But we're in the 8th toughest stadium to play in the nation right now. Not really high hopes for this one. But let's see if we can get some good yards here. As, man, they just blow that up in the backfield and we end up losing 3. Not a great start to the game, especially on the road. But that's not to say that we can't pick up something good right here. Go second down. Slant's going to be open. And he gets that for a 3rd and 1. All right, I thought he might have gotten it, but that is okay. As long as we get up close to the first down, that's what matters. I wonder if he's going to be able to get open for the bubble right here. Because that is not the play that we're running. I should have thrown it. Damn it. 4th and 3 now. And yeah, 2 rushes for -5. Not the way we want to go. And realistically, if we would actually thrown to the guy who was going on the pass option of the RPO, I think we would have gotten it. But we didn't do that. But still, we get a 1st and goal now, which is awesome, because that means we can get it out to the tight end, and that can be a really quick touchdown. And that's great. We go up 7-0 early, and let's just hope that we can maintain this lead and score even more than this. At the same time, though, hopefully it's not going to be the defense that has to set us up for it. Hopefully we can actually do that on our own. Let's go. 1st and 10. They're not able to score. And speaking of not being able to score, we didn't get an extra point on that one. How that happened, I am not sure, but it's okay because we're just going to score enough in this game where it's not going to matter that we missed an extra point. As we go for the screen, he's got plenty of space. Let's go. Great blocks, too. Huge 1st down on that one. And we are down on their side of the field. Let's see if we can do even better than that, though. We can do better than that. We've definitely quieted this crowd down, especially up 6-0 here early. Send him in motion. Oh, yeah, he's wide open. That's beautiful. Well, maybe not wide open. That guy was right there ready to lay the hit on him. But at the same time, though, enough space to be able to catch and get a couple extra yards after that. So let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, no. And that was just a really dumb play on my part. That's totally on me. 3rd and 3. We need to pick this up right here. Let's do it on the slant. Or, I'm sorry, not on the slant. On the angle route right there by the halfback. We got ourselves another 1st down. Can you believe it? We're marching downfield on Oklahoma. I mean, yeah, I know they're 1-1, but again, a 91 overall defense. I'm just impressed. I'm just impressed. Although, if we don't score again, I shouldn't be that impressed. Again, it's very early in the game. It's not to say that we're going to end up winning this one for sure, but again, if we get in the end zone here and extend it to a 2-score lead, we definitely put ourselves in a really good position. As we run up the middle, he's got good room! Can't quite get up to the first down. And now we got ourselves a 3rd and 2. Who's going to get open? Again, I feel like I really trust our tight end to be able to get open right here. He is definitely Mr. Surehands as he ends up getting that, and that's a good first down. Not much beyond the sticks, but again, as long as we got the first down and we keep the drive going, that's going to be the important thing. The way that we win is to keep control of the ball. I know that sounds stupid because it sounds so elementary, but it's very true. As we get it out to our other tight end, that's going to be a 2nd and 1. Good gain of 9 on that one. So let's go. We're gonna just try to get in the end zone here, through the air. It's not that I don't trust our running back, but I just want to be able to get the points for it. As that is a great catch, goes up for it. I don't know why the corner wasn't looking at the ball. I mean, I understand he's playing man-man, but still, I would have thought that he would have tried to jump that, especially with the 91 overall defense. But we get in the end zone, and if you can believe it, they still haven't scored. 13-0. We're going with the read option right here. Oh, we're uh-oh. I was going to say, we had enough room over there, but again, we are not a fast quarterback at all. I mean, it's not like we're just a straight-up pocket passer, but still, we don't have a lot of speed to get out there. But, it's all right. We'll learn. There we'll go. We got the tight end yet again. That's going to make it a much more manageable 3rd down. Now, I understand some of these short passes and all that are a little boring. I understand. But honestly, especially against a team like Oklahoma, we really need to make sure that we don't make mistakes like that. And that is going to be a pick 6. Well, I guess you can kind of say that we have 3 touchdowns now. Unfortunately, one of them is to the other team. And then not just that, but somehow we get pinned way back on our goal line. And we need to find a way to get it out of here as we don't get much on that right there. In fact, they spot it as a 0-yard gain. So, especially when we're down on the 5-yard line, it's not the type of yardage that we need. That's all right, because we're going to end up getting him on the corner here. Nope, that is an incomplete pass. Thankfully, we threw it out enough where it didn't get picked. And now we need to hope for the best here. Card is going to be my second read just because he's doing a curl at about the first down marker. I'm hoping Threat can get beyond this defense. As he does, let's go! I'm glad we threw that quickly, otherwise we were not going to hit him. There was going to be that safety there to be able to pick that off, but thankfully we got that out quick. We had ourselves a first down, and hey, we keep the drive going. Let's go on the counter, as that did not work. Number 25 got laid out, don't get me wrong, but unfortunately the guy that actually tackled our halfback did not get blocked, which is tough. It's all right. Look at that hole right there. That would have been a great catch and run if we wouldn't have overthrown him. That's all right. 3rd and 12 now, so maybe it's not all right, but it's kind of rough. I knew he wasn't going to get down to the first down marker. So 4th and 3 on the 33, and that lead that we have might just dwindle away now. And lo and behold, 14-13. Now I wish that we would have ended up getting that extra point, am I right? That's all right. We're taking a deep shot here. Can't hold on to it. Like, flips it behind his back. There's no way. There are no physics that I don't know. I'm just upset they didn't catch that. I thought he had a really good shot at it. That's all right, because we're going to take the drag right there, and we're going to get up closer to the first down marker. 3rd and 1. That is not bad. And I think we're going to try to run for it. Yeah, and they're closing in on them, too. They're bringing everyone down to be able to stop this. But we're going to try anyways. That's a 4th and 1? No, I thought he fell forward enough, but apparently not. Which means that if we want to get in the end zone and do stuff, we can't rely on the running game. We have to do it ourselves in the air. So, let's see. Oh, man. He was going to be open, too. He had a nice little pocket. But we just couldn't get it out in time. That's a problem. But the good thing here is the fact that we still have 3 timeouts and 43 seconds to work it downfield. So let's do it right here. Great catch. That's going to be a first down. Let's rush to the line because, again, like, we don't have a lot of time and we have 3 timeouts, but I really don't want to necessarily use them until we get down past... Come on, go on motion, come on. Until we get past the midfield. And there we go right there, and that's going to be our first timeout. Great catch right there by Threat. He is definitely emerging as one of my favorite receivers, if I'm being completely honest with you. Let's go first and 10, 25 seconds left. That is going to be perfect as we don't get the chance to get that out in time. But, well, we did because we ended up getting it out in time and we didn't, you know, it wasn't a sack, but at the same time, didn't do what we wanted to do. And now I totally forgot what play we're going with. That's all right. Someone's going to get open. And it's going to be him right there. That's tough. Let's call our second timeout. And we only have 16 seconds left, so we need to be pretty smart with our time. And honestly, because there's one safety, I'm going to take the chance on Ford going in the corner here. There it is. There it is. Let's go! What a play! Let's hurry up. Get to the line. Get to the line. Same play. I know we have 1 timeout, but if we don't need to use it right now, we can save it for the last play. Come on. Snap it. Damn it, we don't get it out. Oh, no, we could have ended up scoring there, but now we got to settle for the field goal. We get the field goal, but they end up scoring again, and we are down 15 now? That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. So we need to really get lucky on some of these passes, as, yeah, that is just not what we wanted to do. But, again, right now at this point, I'm kind of getting a little desperate, which I shouldn't be, because there's still 2:50 left in the third. We got plenty of time here. But I am getting a little impatient, as thankfully we hit that slant, and that's going to be a good first down. I accidentally hit rush to the line, so let's go with the same thing. Maybe we can catch him off guard. Who knows? Oh, we got this. Look at this. Look at this. What a catch. Never mind. Bro, he had the ball in his hands and just couldn't haul it in. That would have been an incredible catch, though. But unfortunately, just couldn't do it. Not until we're on a team that's, you know, like a 3 or 4 star team. Let's get it out into the flat to our tight end. It's going to be a 3rd and 2. Again, we do not necessarily need to rush here, being down 2 scores, but again, we really want to get into the end zone sooner rather than later. Thankfully, we're able to get that out, but he doesn't haul it in. You've got to be kidding me. Thankfully, Coach is taking the chance here and going for it on 4th down. Again, all we need is just a quick little short route, as we're going to get it right there. That's a quick first down. But again, I kind of want to be able to take some kind of shot here. We're going to go play action, which doesn't seem like the right call, but we're going to do it anyways. And let's see if we can get our tight end, who doesn't catch it. I thought since he was on fire, maybe he'd be able to actually make a nice catch there. But it just wasn't the case, unfortunately. And now we got ourselves a 2nd and 10. And so let's get him out in the flat this time. There we go. 3rd and 4. I know I said I wanted to take some shots here, especially being down, but we also got to be smart. Now let's hope our halfback can actually catch the ball this time. He does, and that is a big lane. And that gets him all the way down to the 33 as we just get just a little bit closer. Just inching our way there. Let's go 1st and 10. Let's pick this up right here. Play action. There we go. Bring him back to the sideline. There we go. What a great route on that. Because, honestly, we've seen it in the running game and pass games where they just don't have the vision to know where to go. The fact that he made that route right there and was able to kind of spin back to that side, again, just showed he knew what the hell he was doing. Sometimes I need to stop talking. Let's go. That's our tight end, though. All the way down to the 3-yard line. And we're starting to cook right here. Starting to cook. Let's go for that jet touch pass because we can. And even though there are a lot of guys over there, I'm hoping that we can find a way to get in. Oh, no way. He gets around. He tries to juke and unfortunately doesn't do anything with it. Coach, I don't know why we keep going with this. Honestly, I really want to go with something really short, like maybe a mesh like across the middle there, because I think we'd easily be able to get the touchdown on that. Instead, we're dealing with stuff like this. Again, no gain on that one right there. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the mesh in our playbook right now. But we're going to go for the dig Z spot. Threat can be open on the out. If not, Lanier is going to be just sitting there in the end zone. As there he is right there. We knew he was going to be open, and thankfully, that brings us one step closer to at least matching what Oklahoma's doing right now. Let's hope the defense can go out there and stop them. Well, they don't, and now we need to start to panic. 4 minutes left in the game, essentially. That's rough. That is going to be picked off. Nope. Thankfully, it's just incomplete. Yikes. All right, let's be smart here. Again, I'm panicking for no reason whatsoever. We can find a way to end up working our way downfield, as unfortunately that gets batted down. And yeah, maybe we don't do it on this drive, but we need to. We have all 3 timeouts too, so theoretically, if we get in the end zone on this drive, then oh no, no, let's go! We get bailed out by a flag. That is going to be a pass interference, thank God. I don't know if it necessarily was, but I'm not going to say no to getting bailed out right there. So, we love to see that. Thank God. And now, 1st and 10. Let's go. We keep the drive alive here. Let's hit the... Oh, wow, we get batted down again. Our offensive line is not really holding their blocks right now. And also, I'm taking a long time to make decisions, so... I guess it's all our fault, am I right? Yeah, we're going to have to throw that one out. They sniffed out the screen in that one. And now I really don't want to rely on us getting another penalty right here. So come on, someone's got to get open. We need to find someone. And there we go. That's huge. Got the extra step on him. I got so excited I just started coughing. Holy shit. Either way, though, great play right there. And we get it all the way down to the 35-yard line. My apologies on that. All right, come on. Big play right here. Let's get it. We got the tight end. As he gets up for it and ends up still hauling it in. That was a huge play right there. Probably shouldn't have caught that, but he still did. And now we need to hurry up and get in the end zone right here. Oh my gosh. We don't even get a chance to get that out. I didn't even have a second. That's rough. 3rd and 9 now. Got pushed back quite a bit. Great blitz on their part. And now we need to be smart, as that is to the tight end too, who breaks the tackle and gets up to a 1st down. That is always going to be my safety valve. Not because he's a tight end, but because he's a damn good one. Ford has been great. We should scramble out. Oh my gosh, we might be able to... Nope, never mind, we don't. Yikes, we end up getting sacked again. And, yeah, we're kind of running out of time here. We're going to go for the RPO because they're playing off. There we go. We'll get that. And it gets dragged forward for a couple extra more. So that is going to be a 3rd and 8. Let's try to get one more play off here before the end, or before the 2-minute warning. Pardon me. Let's see what we can do. That is not the play that we called. That was not the play that we called. I called for an RPO on that one, and we did not get it. That is very unfortunate because I think that could have actually worked. Instead, now we're facing a 4th and 8 where we need to hit someone. And again, I'm hoping it is going to be Ford right here. Okay, that wasn't Ford. And that gets knocked out. I hit the wrong button. And unfortunately, that's how we go down. Look at that. We had it early in the game, but we drop 38-23. And honestly, it's not that we had a bad game. We threw 1 interception and it was a pick 6. Don't get me wrong. But still, 3 touchdowns to only 1 interception with 298 yards. That really isn't that bad. Let's just hope that it's enough to keep us in the starting lineup. Well, we get a little extra coach trust because we get some extra plays. That's really great to see. Again, I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep us in the starting lineup, but we'll see as we advance the week. I mean, the good news here is the fact that none of the games that we played so far this season have been conference games. So realistically, we can still do well in conference. We just need to get through this little gauntlet in the early part of the season. And thanks, Alice Zimmer. Yeah, I know we lost 3 in a row. And unfortunately, I am going to have to take the blame myself. I do need to be performing better. Granted, in that last game, aside from the pick 6, we really weren't that bad. Our brain does go down a little bit, but at the very least, we don't lose any, coach trust. We don't lose any, camaraderie with our teammates or anything like that. The leadership. So that's a good thing. Now, of course, we do have a big test coming up, and we have not been able to study too much. So I am going to study a lot here, to use those 3 energy, which is a little rough, don't get me wrong, but still, it's definitely going to be worth it. So, unfortunately, I don't think that we have enough to be able to do a training this week. So let's try to get our health all the way up, because this is a huge, huge game against Georgia. Georgia is still number 1. They're 2-0 on the season. I don't foresee this going well, especially since we're on the road. We just need to do well enough where at least our stats reflect us being a good quarterback and us not being the problem in the game like we were in the first 2 weeks. Again, I do not foresee a win, but who's to say that we can't go out there and upset them? And the good news is we actually shatter our best score in this game by a lot. We had 38,000 in that one when we're used to getting like 15 to 20. So not bad. At least we're working well in practice. The target practice is really helping us out. And again, we get a little extra coach trust, and we're kind of close to getting some hot routes. And honestly, that could be a huge help, especially when we're at home, because if we're playing at a place like Georgia, I think it's going to be a little tough. But again, we just need to go out there and play well enough to keep our starting job. They're 96 overall across the board. They're number 1 in the nation. Honestly, if we end up winning this one, it's going to be an absolute miracle, but miracles have happened before. Let's try to make it happen again. Well, looks like we get the opportunity to set the tone here. But number 4 in toughest stadiums in the nation. Isn't that great going back-to-back with top 10s? Let's see if we can overcome it this time, as we end up just going for the run on the RPO. That is a loss of 3. Not the way we want to start the game. How many times have I said that, right? And we're only 4 games into our season. Holy cow. That's fine, though. We got the slant. That's going to be open. Thankfully, that gets us closer. That gets us 10, which we should have done on the first play, so we could have gotten the first down on that one. But it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. What we're going to do is we're just going to pick up a quick first down right here on the quick out. And that's going to be Card, who turns it upfield a little bit. We're down to the 42. Not a bad way to start the game. So first down, let's go back for a run on this one. Even though it looks like they're all kind of coming down into the box a little bit, but still. Let's get some good blocks up front. And let's end up losing a yard. Again. That's okay. It's partially because we haven't set it up at all. We haven't really done a ton in the passing game here. But hopefully we can do it right here. As who the hell were you throwing to on that one? You threw it right into the lineman's ass. I don't know what you were thinking. But 3rd and 11 now. This is going to be a tough one to convert, but we're going to find a way as we take him on the slant. He holds on, baby. And we are down past midfield for another big first down. Let's go play action on this one because, well, we've run on first down a lot of these. So let's see if we can get them to bite. Yes, thank you for not intercepting that. It's better than nothing. That is better than nothing, trust me. I do not want to get a pick this early in the game. Because again, I think that that's just going to seal our fate. We legitimately need to be perfect right here if we want to think about getting close to a win against Georgia. So we pick up a first down to the 35-yard line. Not bad. At least we're getting down into field goal range too. They're blitzing. But let's go. We end up hitting we had our tight end wide open. How did I not see him? But we do get the angle route, and we're down to the 23-yard line. But that was a huge miss right there, I'm not going to lie. And that's totally my fault. Oh my gosh, we didn't have the time. We had the route, though. Well, let's go 2nd and 10. Who's going to get open here? Someone find a pocket. There we go. Great pass right there, and we're down to the 11-yard line. We're doing this very methodically. Again, as long as we can dominate the time of possession and also be able to get points, we're in a damn good spot. As that's going to be our tight end. Picks up a good 5 yards right there. And as long as we just keep doing that, we're going to be good to go. Let's go for the jet touch pass, though. It doesn't look like they have many guys stacked on the line, so let's bring them across. Come on, you can get in the end zone on this one. I have full faith. Look at those blocks. Oh, man. That's all right. Good gain of 3 on that. I'm always worried that we end up losing yards on that, so the fact that we ended up gaining something, great news. Let's go 3rd and 2. Who's going to get open for the touchdown? It's going to be our tight end. It's going to be our tight end, baby. Let's go. We end up picking up the first score in the game, And hopefully that is going to continue a nice trend for us. And let's hope that our defense can actually hold them here. And if you can believe it, they do. So 1st and 10, let's go for another run up the middle. And that continues to not work at all. Why do I keep going with that? Someone want to answer that for me? Because I have no idea. I don't have a good answer. 2nd and 11 though. Let's go. We'll get him across the middle. Nice little gain all the way down to a 3rd and 2. Coach wants to run it. Coach, why? Our rushing attack has not been working. On 3rd and 2 right here, we need to go to the air. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I am not a college coach. Great play right there. Way to end up taking it up the middle. Great 1st down. And now we got ourselves a little bit of breathing room as we go for the screen on this one. As we, thank God, finally get that out. And that's going to be a big 1st down. 53 lays a huge block. Huge block. And we end up getting a big 1st down closer to midfield now. So come on. 1st and 10. Let's just keep this up, man. We are just dominating in this game somehow against the #1 team in the nation. This is definitely their trap game, for sure. Even though it is very early in the season. But being #1, being 2-0, and not having scored against San Diego State is a little rough for a squad like Georgia. Let's go. 2nd and 4. Let's keep this up. I see speed option right there, and part of me wants to go with it, but I know if I do that, I'm either going to fumble by getting hit, or we're going to fumble by pitching the ball. It's bound to happen. Let's just take the quick 1st down. Why are you trying to spin on that one? You literally just put your back into like 4 defenders. But still picked up the 1st, so I'm not going to sit here and complain at all. Let's go across the field on this one. Another jet touch pass. Oh, you have a... Should have hit that a little bit harder. Hit that just a little bit harder. Let's go with an RPO on this one. Let's hope maybe this will actually be the last play of the quarter. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be Lanier who's going to go out on the bubble. And let's hit him. Let's hit him. We got blockers out there. That's a good gain of 5 yards. And we're going to be sitting with a 3rd and 3 once we get to the end of the quarter here. Not bad so far. Again, we got ourselves a 1-possession lead, hoping to make it 2 if we can get into the end zone on this one. And again, man, to be able to stun the #1 team in the nation, especially in their house, that would be really sweet. Especially considering the fact that, we haven't really played well all season. That last game against Oklahoma was one of our better games, but still, we went down by multiple possessions. And great idea, Coach. Let's run for it on 3rd and 3. And now you're going to end up going for the field goal. We could have totally got that. I should have just changed the play. I mean, we did have those extra plays that we could have used. But that's on me. But look at that. Defense is just holding their offense to nothing. The same way that their rush defense is holding our rush offense to nothing. 2nd and 11, though. Still like where we're at right now. Just need to pick up everyone's little icons. There we go. Not bad. That gets 3 yards. We need something a little deeper on that one. But honestly, I just kind of bitched out a little bit. I didn't want to throw something too deep. I did not want to get a pick when we're on this side of the field. But then again, is that worse than, oh my gosh, than turning the ball over? The point is, I just didn't want to get them the ball on our side of the field. That would have definitely been the beginning of our demise. But let's go. 3 minutes left in the half. Let's see what we can do to pick someone up. We actually could have hit Ford down the sideline, but I feel like that safety was going to be there and he was going to get over to pick it off. I mean, again, if we're facing a team that's like a 70 or 65 to 75 overall on their defense, I don't think that we can, right? We'll be able to take shots like that against them, but against a team like this, I don't think so. But thankfully, we get our halfback out of the backfield. Got ourselves got ourselves down to the 33. Big 1st and 10 here. As honestly, we can start to run a little bit of clock. We don't want them to necessarily get the ball back, so if we can turn 2 clock on, I think we're going to do that. Because, again, if we can find ourselves to get into the end zone and have a 3-possession lead before we actually get into the second half, that would be great. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have the option to be able to go into hurry up. So I think we're going to run this down to the 2-minute warning, and we both all have, all 3 of our timeouts, which really isn't going to matter, I think, to us, but still, it's nice to know. There we go. We're going to take the short route, and he doesn't hold on to it. Well, excuse me. So let's go for the tight end screen and go for something that I know he's going to be able to catch. Let's just hope that with all those guys over there, it's not going to really block us. As let's go. Nope. 79 missed his assignment, and now we're faced with a 3rd and 10, which means that not only would we still only be up by 2 possessions, but they would have a minute 50 something to be able to get downfield. So let's find a way to end up picking up a first. As let's go! 4th and inches, coach. Please let us go for this. I want to be able to get this. You know that a touchdown would be better, and he sure does. And you bet we're going to do it through the air right here. We need to get it. And it's going to be linear again, I hope. Please be open on this drag. There we go. Big first down yet again. Oh, man. I can't believe we're actually playing well against Georgia. This was not the game that I thought we were going to play well in. Georgia is going to take their second timeout, which actually is kind of good for us. I'm glad that they actually wasted a little bit of time right there, too. So let's go with the RPO. Man, the guy is playing way off card, but I still think that we're gonna have to run this ball. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, at the very least, that is going to, I was gonna say, waste a little bit of time, but unfortunately, our halfback ended up getting injured. So yeah, that's a timeout. Not great, but let's see if we can actually get in the end zone as we get the guy who's going on the out there, and let's go. We go up by 3 possessions. Maybe not a full 3, but 3 possessions before half. And not just that, but the defense holds them. But we're pinned all the way the hell back. But look at that run right there. Way to get us out of the danger zone. 2nd and 5. We shouldn't, but I'm going to take a deep shot here. Gonna take a deep shot for the hell of it. Question is, can someone be open for it? There we go. It's not a deep shot. Oh my gosh, that almost got picked. Okay, 3rd and 5. Yeah, you know what? Let's just run the clock out at this point. Let's just run the ball and let's just go into half with a 17-0 lead. Let's go. Just don't get tackled in the end zone. That was a little scary. And let's go. Let's go into half again. 17-0 lead. Big, especially at Georgia. I know I do this pretty often, but honestly, I just need to make sure. We are still on Heisman. Again, I just don't feel like that's the way. Against a 96 overall defense, we're actually doing pretty well. Again, we are getting into the second half, though, and that could be a little scary, depending. Just because, again, they went into half, they went into the locker room, they had a pep talk, and now they could be an even more dangerous team. So let's just hope that that's not going to be the case. Did you really overthrow him that bad? He was wide open. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be the beginning of the end. That was rough. Again, that was just us overthrowing. That is very tough to see, especially in that situation. There we go. We get 5 yards on the ground. Way to go, Hartwell. He's definitely been better than our main running back, if I'm being completely honest with you. Well, let's go. We're going to go for the option right here. Let's see if we can actually hold on to the ball. We did, and it was a mistake. Should have just handed it off. Good news, though, is the fact that we've been in this situation before, and we've been able to pick up the first down. Let's see if we can do it again right here. There we go. Great catch and run. Glad he ended up getting open. I didn't even know who he was, to be honest with you. I don't see him on the field incredibly often. But thankfully, he really came in handy on that one. Maybe he'll be one of the starters down the line, as unfortunately they definitely knew what we were doing on that one, and that is going to be a loss of 5. A loss of 5. That is a big loss right there. Gosh, and that stadium pulse is starting to go up again, and look at all those squiggly lines. That's okay though. We're gonna hit the drag, and we get a good amount of yards right there to make it a 3rd and 6. And we are pretty close to midfield. We're almost there. We're on the 48-yard line, and we ended up picking that up right here. Gosh, I wish I remember what everyone was doing. Can I just see what their icons are, please? Dude, this stadium pulse is insane. Yes, especially on the road like this. Oh my gosh, he got free though. Let's go. Thank God their defender ended up bumping the other defender, and that allowed him to get that extra step. And we get all the way down to the 27-yard line. Love it. Love it. I can't believe we're marching the ball downfield on them. Let's go. Third down, not third down, third quarter. There we go. 1st and 10, we end up losing 2. Not what we necessarily want to see, but again, that hasn't been anything new. Our rushing attack has only worked in a couple different situations, and unfortunately, it's not been incredibly often. He ends up catching that. It's only a gain of 4, though. Now we're sitting with a 3rd and 8. And, again, not the situation that we necessarily want to be in, but, again, we've been here before, and we can pick this up. Just need to make sure that he gets to the first down marker. We almost overthrew him, and he just doesn't hold on. That is tough. And hopefully at the end of this, we're going to be up 20-7. Thankfully, we did get the field goal, but they ended up scoring again. 20-14. We just need to be smart here. And again, it's not that we're playing bad. Oh, shit. Thank you very much. I hit that button way too early. But that's okay. No harm, no foul. Now at this point, I'm just hoping that Hartwell is going to be open on the screen. There we go. Good blocks. Why did you just run into the defender? That one didn't even know what the hell he was doing. Guys, there's no way we can go down like this. Come on. Oh my gosh, we only got 3 defenders on that side of the field. Someone's going to be open. But who? But who? Take a shot. Take a shot. That was not a good shot to take. 4th and 11, and I just hope that we don't go down 21-20 here. And if you can believe it, the defense held them. Talk about balls of steel right there. 3 minutes left. We just need to run this clock out. But we also need someone to get some positive yardage, because that is not happening right there when guys are not hitting the holes that they need to hit. Let's go. 2nd and 12, though. There we go. Across the middle. Hold on to it. No, he doesn't. He drops it. No shot. And that is going to be a 3rd and 12. That was about to be a 3rd and 1. And unfortunately, that just got screwed up. So come on, we need to be smart here. Someone needs to get open. That's going to be our tight end. And he is not going to get anywhere close to the first down. We could add a first down right there. And now we have a risk of going down again. I shouldn't have said again, because this is the first time we've been down all game. 21-20. Just hoping the seam's going to be open. As it's not, but we'll end up getting them there. Again, we just got to go back to basics here. We just need to make sure that we get yards. We just need 3 points as well. So all we got to do is get down in the field goal range, protect the ball, and just be safe. As we hit the angle right there, and he's got to pass midfield. Got 1 minute and 20 left. That's what we love to see. Again, we can kind of take our time, but we also need to be smart with it too. So come on, who's going to get open right here? Oh, A was going to be open, our tight end. But still, that's fine. 6 yards, and again, as long as we continue to pick up first downs, and we're going to be good to go. And we can do that right here if Lanier can actually find a little gap in the zone. Oh no, he's going to be sitting right there. Oh, let's find him in the flat. Let's go. He holds on. That is going to be a big first down. I can't believe he held on to that. We saw that so late that should not have worked. But thankfully for us, it did. So let's go. 1st and 10 now. There we go. Did he hold on? No, he did not. We need guys who are going to be more sure-handed, honestly. That's tough. I know that's catching traffic, but at the same time, it wasn't a lot of traffic. Let's go. Great catch. And he holds on. Let's go. 3rd and 6 now. We need to make sure we end up picking up a first down right here. Coach, why do you want to go? I don't know why he wants to go for the screen. It has not been working. So I don't know why you want to go to it. 3rd and 6. Let's go. Just pick this up. As that's a slant. He holds on, baby. Let's go. Now all we got to do is protect the ball. We need a field goal to win. So let's be smart right here. We're on the 25-yard line. That should be in field goal range. But we need to make sure that we line the kick up where we want it to. And so let's go. That is not what we want to see. Why are we going to put this in the air? Am I right? We really, realistically, should just be running the ball right here. So come on. Let's do this right here. Here we go. Oh, look at us! No, don't let go of the ball. That's a little scary. And now all we have to do is just wind this down. I feel like this is actually a good spot to kick the field goal. Because he actually has... Nope. Call that timeout. 2 seconds left. It's all in the hands of our kicker. Yes, I want to be the hero here. But honestly, a win over number 1 Georgia would be huge. And let's go, baby! We upset number 1 Georgia! And we end up taking them down 23-21 in their house. I know we had a pick, but 2 touchdowns, 297 with a 74% completion rate against the number 1 team in the nation should end up turning a couple heads. So who knows? If we end up wanting to transfer, maybe we'll actually have a little bit of interest. But man, if we can replicate this type of performance the rest of the season, especially in conference, we actually have a shot to be bowl eligible. And honestly, I should have told that reporter that we guaranteed a win. We would have picked that up. Can you believe it? But yes, we just pulled off a historic early season upset. What allowed us to get the win? Oh my gosh, dude. What do we do here? This is going to up our brand. This is going to up our, obviously our coach trust, and that ups our leadership. Which one do we value more? And honestly, got to credit the team. If it wasn't for those receivers, and even though our line, which isn't extremely good, they were able to hold a 96 overall defense. What do we have, like 1 or 2 sacks? Something like that? Not bad. Our leadership increases. That is awesome to see. And I should see... Oh, never mind. Hot routes unlocked. That is awesome. That honestly would have helped us in that last game too, but definitely it's going to help us for the rest of the season here. So we go to 1-3, which again isn't beautiful, but we just took down the number 1 team in the nation. We just need to play like that over and over and over again. And honestly, I know that we are not going to be playing this next game, but I really want to up our accuracy right now with the 7 skill points that we have. And look at that. All that studying actually paid off. Our GPA increases a little bit, but we still need to prepare for our midterms during week 8. But still, that is great to see that we end up getting that bump to our GPA, and that fan favorite ends up getting activated, which is great. It is actually a bye week, so we can actually go through our weekly agenda here. We need to study a lot. So I think this week is going to be getting up to scraping by. So I hate to do that because, again, we could have trained a little bit. But again, with a bye week, I think this is a pretty good time to end up doing that. Again, with the 7 skill points, we can actually up the accuracy. And honestly, we're going to need that. That brings us up to an 85 overall as a quarterback. Not bad for a freshman redshirt. So we'll end up getting into practice, and then after that, we'll look at our matchup in next week's game, just so we can have a preview for the next video. Now, the funny thing is, we actually started off this video being in Coach's doghouse, but we have found a way to end up not just getting back on his good side, but also upsetting the number 1 team in the nation. That is fucking awesome. I'm not going to lie. Let's advance the week. Let's see our matchup here in week 6, as I know we are going to be getting into conference play. So who's our first conference opponent? We'll find out after we end up talking to Sonny Sombrero. Honestly, that could actually be a place down in San Diego. I loved a lot of the Mexican places that were down there. I will say there was this place called Sayulitas, which was really, really great. El Indio is incredible, and a lot of other places like that. I digress, though. But they're offering us a 4-week contract, 2 energy up front. We get 2 skill points up front, small leadership boost, and 10,000 followers. Bet your ass I'm taking that deal. I think we only have, what, like 500 fans right now? So, yeah, again, to be able to get 10,000 would be absolutely insane. So, looks like Coach wants to talk to us. Our offensive coordinator got some time this week. We want to get some extra work in. And honestly, I know we already ended up giving up a couple of energy just because we ended up doing the NIL deal. But let's do that for passing. Why not? Honestly, 3rd down passing is going to be really important. So let's work, again, on that intermediate stuff. That was our bread and butter in the last game against Georgia. So getting that +5 to medium accuracy for the next game, I think is going to be really, really important. The fan favorite ends up getting upgraded all the way up to silver, which is absolutely incredible. And it looks like we're going to be on the road for the third straight game, I should say, against San Jose State. They're 3-2 right now. They've already played a conference game and already won it. So again, we're going to need a little bit of luck in that game. Looks like they're having a pretty good season. I know we're only 4 seasons into the 12-game season, but let's do that 1/3 of this season check-in, as we're sitting at 65% completion, just over 1,000 yards, which means we're on track for over 3,000. But we have 7 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. We definitely need to clean that up, because it looks like we're good for at least 1 pick a game. Our rushing attack obviously isn't doing anything, although we're not running a lot. But then again, a 2.5, 1.1, 1.8 as the average on the ground, that's just not going to fly. Lanier has been our best receiver so far, 257 with 3 touchdowns. Thread has been great too, 188 and a touchdown himself. And then my favorite receiver, Ford, 138, 2 touchdowns. Someone that we need to get worked in just a little bit more. The great thing is Thread's only a sophomore, so we'll have him next season. But Lanier and Card are both going to be graduating at the end of this season. But it's nice to see that we have 2 other receivers that are going to be with us this coming season after this. But that is still a ways away, because we are only 4 games into this 12-game season. And I'm really hoping that we can get back on track after upsetting number 1 Georgia. We do have San Jose State in the next game, and then another conference game after that. Let's hope that we can get back on track. Let's hope that we can win some games, and let's make sure that we keep our starting position. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.